for us as Christians to pray that God, I want to stop struggling in life. I want to begin to enjoy the good of the land. I want to begin to enjoy the benefits of the kingdom. The first principal and cardinal point of making progress in life is by seeking and having the goodness of God. Same can only come by reasons of prayers and looking up to God to settle you. I have seen in my little time of growing up people that work very hard. People that work very hard. People that work very hard. When I was growing up, I grew up in an area called Bariga in Lagos. Then for the first time in my life, I used to see people who push omolanke. They push it, they struggle. But even at the end of the day, the blessings is not there. They work very hard. They work harder than hard. In this, my little existence in life, I have seen a situation where a driver drives from Lagos to Zamfara State, from Zamfara State to Katsina, Katsina to Kano, Kano to Aba, Aba to Umahia, Umahia to Asaba, Asaba to Binimagaji, Binimagaji back to... And at the end of the day, it is the Agbero at the park that owns the border he's driving. Different is the man that does the work. While the man who eats the fruit of the labor is different from the person who does the work. I am just trying to open our minds before we begin to pray. I have seen situations, I have seen circumstances where pastors pray for people. When I mean pastors, I don't mean those who are called by purposes. I mean those who are called by God to genuinely work for him, to work for the kingdom, to advance the cause of the kingdom, to advance the cause of the work of God. I've seen quite a number of them who work very hard, who work very hard. They labor for people. When you come with your problems, they pray for you. They do this, they do that. They go out of their way. Some fast for 7 days, some fast for 21 days. But when you go to those who know how to make money, all they do from you is to take away from you what you have given. All they do to you is to take away that which you are given. What is the difference in all of this? The difference in all of this is that the Spirit of God has shown goodness. I am not talking of the men of God who are destroying marriages here and there. I am not talking of men of God who are altering destinies. I am not talking of the men of God who are stampeding the work of God. I am not talking of the men of God who are standing as clogs in the wheels of progress. I am not talking of men of God who say, "Thou sayest the Lord," when the Lord has not spoken. If we can remember vividly, a couple of weeks ago, on this, before our Wednesday program, the Lord spoke to us and said that there is violence coming up, that people will go into the churches. For those of us who have been following us on Facebook, we will remember vividly. For those of us who have been following the Facebook page, that there will be violence in the land, and that prayer places, mountains, and so on will be attacked. Specifically, God said Oyo State. One day I was sleeping, and a man of God called and said, a man of God from Oyo State, and said, "We have heard, but it will not happen or start from Oyo State anymore. We have experienced enough of violence, and the Lord will not bring it into his worship places." we condole with the people of Ondo State. But it is a call for further prayer, men of God. People of God, it is a call for further prayers. We do not pray that when we say things, because we have said it, God must make it happen. No, our prayer most times is, God, avert it for us. How can He avert it for us? When we seek and pray and encounter His goodness. I look around the United States most times, and I said to myself, those who deserve to get visas to be in the United States are still languishing back home because they have something to add to the development of this nation. And those who are not what it should be are currently